Something here doesn't add up. Day 1, I create the light. Day 3, I create vegetation. Day 4, I've just created the sun. This LED light is no longer necessary. Vegetation before the sun, on a day that was already a day without the sun. Genesis 1 in exact order. Light on day 1, vegetation on day 3, and the sun on day 4. The problem is not only the impossibility of the account, but also the excuses invented to conceal it. The sequence of the text. Day 1, light is created and day is separated from night. Day 3, plants and fruit trees are created. Day 4, the sun, moon, and stars are created to separate day from night, if day and night were already functioning from the first day. Why are the sun and moon created on the fourth day to perform exactly that function? The collapse of the excuses. First excuse, the initial light was the divine glory. Response, that is not in the text. Genesis says light. It does not mention divine radiation or explain how that presence marked evenings and mornings. Inventing unwritten sources of light is not reading the text, it is patching it. Second excuse, the days were eras lasting millions of years. Response, if they were eras, the vegetation would have had to survive entire eras without the sun's heat and energy. Changing the duration of time does not solve the problem, it only magnifies the absurdity. Third excuse, it was a miracle. Response, invoking a miracle is an elegant way of admitting that the account, by itself, does not make sense. The double standard, when the passage is convenient, a literal reading is demanded. When literalism fails, they claim it was poetry. Changing the rules of the game when cornered is not interpretation, it is manipulation. Direct sequence, light before the sun, vegetation before the stars, and day and night before the luminaries that regulate them. The question is simple, by what criterion do we decide when the text is literal and when it must be rescued with metaphors or invented information? When I expose inconsistencies in the Bible, I am not saying that I am an atheist. I am not an atheist. I believe in God because I believe in justice. What I do not believe is that the Romans were transparent at the councils where they decided what the Bible should say. I do not believe that indoctrinating children with dogmas is what humanity needs, but only what the ecclesiastical elite that wants humanity to remain submissive needs.